So for this video, it's going to be released after the episode 6 airs, so we can
Okay.
hopefully talk about some spoilers for that. And I
Mhm.
want to get right to it with you're doing some investigation with the Titans, and then near the end, Godzilla shows up like in person in the flesh. And what was your reaction to that? Just being able to do like a scene like that with Godzilla?
It's unfortunately not with Godzilla, so,
Yeah.
I think it's just as, like, exciting for us, the actors, to watch the show as the audience because we weren't able to see him until now, so, yeah, it's a pleasant, massive surprise, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of pointing at the water and going, "Whoa!" But it is interesting to be like to layer the reactions with like the fear, but then also like the excitement and the like "I told you so's," that all the characters are going through at the same time, you know.
Yeah, and then just watching just your two characters throughout the series. So there's like kind of like a love triangle, and then so I was rooting for both your characters, but then Lee Shaw comes into the picture, and then uh, so what was that like? Just dealing with just the different character relationships like this for both of you.
I don't know. I think that like weirdly, um, neither my character or Wyatt's character were ever like putting the moves on, if that makes sense. Like I think it was like work first, work first, and then through the work, Bill and Keiko connected. But I think there was something more like pheromonal between Lee and Keiko, or maybe different. I don't know. What do you think, Keiko,
Um,
Mari?
okay, go, yes, so method,
I'm back in.
yeah, you're back at
Ah!
it. Um the writers would say um Billy is Mr. Right and Lee is Mr. Right now. And yeah, I agree with that, but I also think that um you know they're both right for Keiko in, different ways. And in a different time, different circumstances, maybe Lee and Keiko would have worked out as well. So I think funnily it's the three of them that makes everything make sense together.
And this episode features just different locations. Like you both visit like Japan, and then also there's like the kind of like the event, like the ball. For Marie, where you're in, you get to do a dance. So
Yeah.
I guess what was that like for the dancing, and then just the just being back in the 50s?
Right. It was such a different episode for me because I'm always sweaty and there's something on my face, there's some dirt or, sweat on my face, and I'm just running after something or very like, upset at something. And I'm upset still at some things at the ball, but it's suddenly we're inside and there's 100 people sort of like in pretty dresses and dancing. So that's when it first felt like, oh, this is the 1950s, because we're always the three of us sort of in a remote area doing something, and then suddenly you're thrust into this context of what it was like having the extras really throw me dirty looks, in that environment really helped me get into the character, being like, oh, this is her life. As she walks down the street, that's the look people give her. So it added like another layer to it, and I'm really grateful for that.